He goes, but wait a second. Didn't Toriyama say that Oh, here we go. Hold on. I got.
Don't tell me it's fucking bad.
We can't even enjoy that phrase anymore. It's just like, yo, fuck.
Dude, as soon as you say those two fucking devious words, Toriyama said, yo,
Nah,
everything shuts off.
Oh,
Oh, that's that good shit.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ooch. I'm here with my brother Ooch and the homie Kai, and we are back again, once again. How y'all doing today, boys? I hit the wrong button. What's happening? It's your boys. Full Power Podcast. Obviously, the trifecta is here. We are here now, ready to go, talking about another. Well, we're talking on another banger episode of the Full Power Podcast. Brother, how you doing today, sir?
All right. You know, work, took a little nap. That's about it.
Okay.
Getting ready.
Okay. All right, Kai-san, how you doing today, sir?
I'm good. I'm chilling. Just got home, but everything's nice and chill today, so it's been a good day. How about on your end?
Fire. Literally freaking work. Got this fresh cut, you know what I'm saying? You could tell in the lights. There you go. And and then yeah, freaking I haven't been to Kohl's in so long. I went to Kohl's. Like, what the hell am I doing in motherfucking Kohl's right now, son? But yeah, no, overall day was pretty all right. But some interesting things as always to bring up to you guys here in episode 76. Holy shit, that's freaking crazy. I can't believe it. We're almost at 1,000 subs, guys. As a reminder, if you're not hitting that subscribe button, please go ahead and do so as you like and share and all that kind of good stuff. And support us on the Patreon. The Patreon has grown. Spoiler, we have another shout out to do at the end of the episode. So good looks on that. All right. So yeah, it's Full Power Podcast over on the Patreon, link in the description below. Follow us on Twitter at Full Power Pod. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, business inquiries, or future potential topics here on the Full Power Podcast, and your fan art, fullpowerpod@gmail.com. That's fullpowerpod@gmail.com. All right. So first thing I want to bring up. Who here has seen Chainsaw Man?
Nope.
Good. Because
you told me about it a little
I know, I told you a little bit about it. Because it's not even Chainsaw Man that I even want to talk about. I want to talk about the fucking author. Okay? And I got this man's name pulled up right here so I didn't butcher it, okay? My man Tatsuki Fujimoto. All right? Let me give you guys a little bit of background on this guy, okay? And why the hell, Uchi, you bringing up something that's not Dragon Ball? There's a specific reason and a specific reason only, okay? And it is because I feel like if we was to ever have a world where we could have other authors write Dragon Ball, I want this guy to do it. Okay? And I'm going to tell y'all why. And listen, you got to get with the trends, all right? So, of course, everybody's hopping on this Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man this, Chainsaw Man that. What the fuck is going on with this Chainsaw Man, right? This dude got the fucking shit coming out his freaking head, dome piece. He's got freaking chains freaking coming out both his arms. Don't know how it happened, right? Episode 1 explains it. And so I held off specifically to watch the first episode because I could have been read the manga. I could have caught up and everything, right? Because there's a couple other series that I like to try to keep up with. And, this is interesting because this is how you know this is a kind of a big deal for me to bring this up here and not on an extra, okay? Because the extras is where we talk about everything outside of Dragon Ball, usually, right? So far, yes. But I am tying this all together because Mr. Fujimoto-san is a genius, okay? He is a kind of writer who I feel like the three of us would absolutely fuck with. And I think that if he was given the opportunity to write a Dragon Ball story of his own, I think he would blow a lot of people out of the fucking water. And why? because he is doing exactly what we're looking for in Dragon Ball. What have we been saying for the last several episodes? We want some tragic shit to take place. We need Frieza to fucking kill everybody, low key, on some, I'm the new destroyer, but I'm not taking the job because, you know, I'm not trying to get washed by the Supreme Kai, low key, okay? On some, you know, head ass loophole type shit, right? That's the bullshit way to end Frieza if he was ever go down that road. But Fujimoto, right? So I'm not gonna really like go over the first episode, but just as a little background for those that don't know, I actually read some of this dude's one-shots, okay? Because he has a few one-shots and he has another series, I think it's called like Fire Punch Man or some shit like that. I think I'm definitely butchering that name. But this guy has been around, okay? He's not new to the dance. He's not a new mangaka by any means. He's been around, okay? And like I said, his one-shots are something that I know you probably wouldn't really like. If the anime was on Netflix, you would skip it. Like you would just keep looking, okay? You would just look for something else.
The description ain't right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. You wouldn't watch it, okay? But it would be something that if you started watching, you would be sucked into it. Okay? Because this is what this guy does. He is a tragedy writer. And by that, I mean, he makes his shit low-key on some depressing shit. But it's not too depressing, right? It's not like unbearably depressing. Like, it's something that's like, ah, damn, like, fuck type shit. You know, like, it's the kind of shit that'll make you, you know, really, like, feel faster than normal. Like, you start, like, asking questions and just you feel bad for whatever character and whatever's put in front of you type shit, right? So what does this guy do? In all of his one-shots, tragedy after tragedy. And then there's a twist. And then there's a twist within the twist, right? So I'm just like, okay, so he's a tragedy writer. So how is this guy possibly going to make the next popular big thing in Shonen Jump, right? Because this is the same shit that has what? Black Clover, My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, fucking Demon Slayer. That's like the big four right there, right? All the new shit. Not even talking about Boruto and Dragon Ball and Bleach now. Freaking back again, once again. You know what I'm saying? Shoutouts. One Piece. So many others to name, right? And now Chainsaw Man, right? Everyone's on this Chainsaw Man. And we already understand like the tropes that go into shonen, right? We understand like what to kind of expect. Like there needs to be like, you know, X amount of characters. There needs to be a good enough plot, some sort of, you know, like how they explain where they get their powers from and all that shit. And then what? Power-ups, right? The fighting, the good scenes, the good animation. That's what you expect out of shonen. So I'm just like, bro, how is this dude who writes tragedy going to blend that in with shonen? And man, this guy fucking did it with the first episode. I was like, yep, I can understand how he is the new best big thing guy right now. Because everyone Jujutsu had its anime, everyone's on Jujutsu. Now that Chainsaw Man got that fucking anime, everybody's gonna be on Chainsaw Man. And I'm telling you right now how this all ties in. I'm telling you, the way this dude writes, if he had his hands on Dragon Ball, people would dismiss Toriyama Toyotaro right on the spot. Point blank. It would be an infinitely better product, I feel like. Because the first episode of Chainsaw Man, you feel the tragedy within the first minute of that shit opening up. You get so much like background on this main character. And like obviously a little bit of like you ask a few questions of, oh, like how did he even end up here? What's this little thing that he's with? Like and all of that wraps up within the episode, and he somehow manages to take tragedy and make it work for shonen. Okay? And that's big. Because shonen, obviously one of the more popular genres in this field, right, that we're in. Bro, I now understand the hype. I completely do. So, Fujimoto-san, make another one shot for Dragon Ball, though. All right? I need you to do that. Because if he did that shit, dude, I feel like It would literally be the Fujimoto arcs and the Nasir arcs. You know what I'm saying?
The Nasir.
Because these two people, individuals, listen, like they have like Nasir has fully captured the essence of Dragon Ball and then some. Fujimoto, he would just add so many layers of actual track. Listen, I know off rip, this is the guy that would literally bring actual meaning to death in Dragon Ball. For reals.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
There would
There's not enough of that.
Exactly. There'd be real consequences. None of this like, oh, if you participate, then you're going to get wiped from existence. Oh, it's okay. We're going to bring you back anyway. Type of shit. No, none of that. I feel like if he kills somebody, they're fucking dying. And they're going to be dying a terrible death. And the weight of all that is gonna be like, dude, you want to understand the closest thing we've ever had to that tragedy type feel are two times. Saiyans got eradicated, and when Trunks' timeline happens in the future.
Right.
The closest things we've had. So now imagine the Trunks scenario. Dude, I feel like his version would be so much more exaggerated. And it wouldn't just be, oh, Goku got the heart virus. It would have like, he would have a long, painful fucking, and it would have the scene where it would be like everybody just one after another. Like we got the lighthearted, milked version with the cookies of the Future Trunks arc, okay? History of Trunks. If Fujimoto did the history of Trunks, dude, we would see the tragedy behind all that shit. I feel like this is the guy. This is the guy. So again, this is not a plug. This is not a sponsor. Viz did not hit me up. Fucking Shueisha did not hit me up. Crunchyroll did not hit me up. I'm not plugging them. Like they did not hit up Full Power Podcast and say, hey, talk good about Chainsaw Man. No. If y'all know, and I'm gonna talk about something that is good, that's how you know it's really good. Because I'm bringing it up here with all of this. Look, I ain't got no fucking chainsaw, man. I ain't got no chains. Look, none.
Oh my god.
I got none. So yeah, highly recommend. Highly recommend. So any thoughts before we move on to something else?
Well, I mean, we kind of touched on it slightly about Dragon Ball not having enough tragedy, or like, you know, what you pretty much described. Like there's not enough essence involved in death, which would be actually interesting to see play out in Dragon Ball. Cause like imagine like a permanent death for one of the Z fighters. Like you ain't seeing that nigga no more. Like
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Like it probably wouldn't happen to like a Vegeta or a Goku, but just because they're the main characters, the main stars. But like, I mean, imagine if that happened. But then if that would just change the flow of the entire story. Like newer characters down the line would probably get more star power. You know what I mean? So like, for example, imagine if Goku actually died, but imagine if Goku died like somewhere. I don't know. We can make that argument at another point. But let's say Gohan and Goten are still alive and shit like that. But like this would bring more of an upbringing, I feel like, for Goten and maybe even Gohan at that, because their father died and they want to take his role. Like kind of like in the future arc, like for Trunks, that's what Gohan kind of did, you know, like to fight off the androids, but he wasn't strong enough simply, and then everything else was done. But if death was more tragic, or like if death was more meaningful, then Dragon Ball would definitely change like its course from where we're at right now, from what I would think. I don't know what y'all gotta say about that though.
What do you think about that, Kai?
It's accurate. It's what we need. Not what we're gonna get, but it's what we need.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't expect it, especially at this point. Like I feel like we're way too deep. Like we're way too deep, and then the writers just aren't like that. Like they're not gonna. I don't see them making any tragedy type of events like that'll make it meaningful long term.
Yeah.
Tell you what though, let's keep this going. If there was a character you'd have to write off for the purpose of the story, who would it be?
Ooh,
Goku.
that would be the saddest fucking write-off ever.
Absolutely.
I mean,
That would
it
be
but
the
it'd
most
biggest impact,
heartbreaking.
but let's put Goku aside because he's too big of a character to write off at
Yeah,
this point.
way
It's
too
just,
big, way too big, way too big.
It's just not happening.
Most weight, most meaning, most feeling.
Well, if we're gonna talk
I
about like a
hear you.
top 3, like, and we're talking about being connected to a character, it's definitely Goku, Vegeta, and like, you could argue Gohan, I guess, for the fucking lovers out
No.
there.
you can't kill Gohan.
You can't really kill Gohan, but
I was,
okay, well,
I was
X
gonna
him out,
say,
but-
I feel like the number one choice is actually Piccolo.
he was gonna be
Oh,
next. He was gonna
God.
be next. Imagine.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah. See, and no
be the
GT
worst.
bullshit. They fucking dude. That was such a disrespectful death for Piccolo and GT. Remember that shit? Oh my god.
Holy shit!
That was
I actually
so-
remember that shit.
That was, dude. I remember watching that as a kid. I'm like, why the fuck are they doing this? This is the
I
most
look- I look-
random shit.
I look, he felt that a little bit.
Yeah, because yo, I sounded like how I sound now back then, and that's crazy. It was like past me said future me shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like it would probably be one of those 3, I would feel like. Because anybody else's death probably wouldn't mean as much because we've seen them
Yeah.
since the beginning. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
nobody else's death is gonna be more meaningful than one of those 3. I feel like. From a connection standpoint.
But check this out, right? So this is a quick scenario that I just thought of. Okay, this is the Fujimoto storyline, low key. Okay, I'm gonna give it to y'all quick. Not only will this man give us tragedy, right? What obviously will he bring us? Meaning to death. But what else? Actual meaning behind the use of the Dragon Balls. I feel like he would dramatize just collecting those things. Look how easy it is nowadays. The radar shit, no. Don't even exist, that shit. Make it so that even if they did have a radar, it would be so hard for them to fucking actually get a ball. And they gotta get all 7 still, right? So
The
it's
show
like,
would actually be about Dragon Balls.
yes, exactly, right? Because it's just like all this tragedy, so the Dragon Balls are there to maybe rectify and reconcile some things, right? So that's why I'm saying kill Goku, all right? Kill that motherfucker, okay? Because when listen, he went through all Dragon Ball, established main character. Here he is in Z, okay? Maybe he, you know, survives the Raditz stuff, or all that shit's still there or whatever, right? But I want it to come to a point where it's like, let's say Goku lasts up until Cell. What if it was Goku that died rather than 16? Okay? Cell kills Goku. And then that's when Gohan does the Super Saiyan 2 and everything. And all that shit still lines up, right? But Goku don't come back. Like, for reals this time. And even after the 7 years later, the tournament happens. There's no Baba giving him a fucking day for free. None of that shit. Like, the memory of Goku, the warrior that was, is just that. And it gives the viewer more of a reason to miss him, to love him, to be like, oh man, Goku would have da-da-da-da-da, right? And that dynamic would be very interesting. However, then that brings more interesting points. Because then what happens? All throughout this time, they're growing up, they're training, they're getting stronger, they're trying to definitely keep it together. Because they got no more Goku, right? All they have is Gohan. At this point in the story, Gohan would definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, be considered the strongest at that point in the story. So it's on him. And now he has this new weight on his shoulders. And it's just like more tragedy. Let's say Krillin fucking goes next. That was Goku's best friend. Oh my God. The fucking tragedy. Then Piccolo. Oh my God, we haven't even got to Boo yet. And they're killing all these characters that have some sort of meaning. And now what does this do? This builds Gohan's character even more. And he's like, oh my God, like, this fucking sucks. I can't even believe this man Spopovich hit my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy. And then he finally gets to a point where he's like, I have the Dragon Balls. Do I wish for something practical? Like, I don't know, a power boost, right? Imagine they did that. Or I wish for somebody. But this is not the Shenron with 3 wishes. This is the Shenron with 1. Okay? So that way it's fair.
And they were toiling to get those Dragon Balls. Like, there's no, let me collect them again.
Right. And that almost would like literally just be like a part of this crazy, overly dramatic and tragic Dragon Ball from Fujimoto. I feel like, because, dude, imagine like the last time they ever used the Dragon Balls, and then from the next time they use it, it would have to be like arcs. You know what I'm saying? Like arcs and arcs between to give meaning to the Dragon Balls.
You know, Goten wouldn't be born then.
Yo, he's right. And that's crazy.
Like, if the timeline you're saying, like, if he dies at the Cell Saga, like,
Well, actually,
Well, that's not true.
that's not
She
true.
was
Yeah.
already pregnant.
Yeah.
7 years? Well, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, no, Goku could have handled his business before going to
He
the
hit
tournament.
that right before he hit that right before he went to the tournament. He was like one last pump.
Or Chi-Chi, however way she did it, because Goku apparently never
yeah,
kissed the
that's true.
girl
She definitely fucking drugged him.
in his sleep. Yo, that's crazy.
Right.
Yo, Chi-Chi, nope.
She's
Who
scared.
knows? I mean, I guess they can plot it that way, I guess. I don't know. But then Goten don't got a dad. And then Gohan will have
He
to
still
take
didn't
care.
when he grew up. His mom taught him Super Saiyan.
Yeah, but think about it. Think about that, right? Because Goten's never met his dad. Gohan has. So that's also a part of the confliction of who he wants to bring back. Whether it is Goku or Piccolo or, Krillin for whatever reason. But, like, just thinking about that, like, that's something fresh that we've never actually talked about because of this fucking Chainsaw Man. Because of this author, Fujimoto-san, OD. I'm telling you, I already said this in my reaction video because, of course, I reacted to it. I had to. When this anime finishes, that's gonna be my next shit that I'm gonna read. Guaranteed. I'm gonna treat that like I did Promised Neverland. Because once that season was done, that last episode, I'll never forget where we was at. You, me, Lil Ooch, Papa Ooch, all sitting there. Last episode was done. I was there on the couch with my fucking iPad reading the chapter.
That was very good. Promised Neverland was very good. But then, I mean, what they did with the second season, I never finished it. But
That's an extra that we will discuss at a later time because, yeah, tragic. Let's talk about tragic. Season 2, Promised Neverland. Don't look back. Just don't even look. Okay? Just don't even fucking look at it. So, yeah, man. Tragic Dragon Ball. TDB.
no, that would pump its stock up probably a lot more than it is.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at all the other series that exist. That, like, when something happens, you feel that shit. Something fucking happens.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
like Bleach is, I mean,
they ain't got no fucking wishes in Bleach.
they ain't got nothing. Once you die in Bleach, you're gone.
Look at Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer, yeah.
Our fucking boy.
There ain't no wishes in Demon
Our
Slayer.
fucking boy.
Oh,
The
yeah.
fire Hashira.
Yeah.
Come on, son.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
Come on,
I
son.
don't think anybody expected that shit.
Hell
I
no.
for sure didn't expect that. I think we just saw that nigga. Like, imagine just being introduced to a character, then a couple episodes or a movie into it, man already died.
That's some like Attack on Titan shit, to be honest.
But that's great storytelling because
there it
because that shows how strong those demons are.
There it is.
Whatever they're called, I forget. I haven't watched it in a minute.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
you know what? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I do. See?
But those motherfuckers are strong as fuck. So it raises more questions for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of questions, we do have a few comments that I want to bring to y'all attention. Some things in response to some of the stuff that we were talking about last week. And I know we haven't I know we haven't done this as much as we would like to, but y'all keep these Gohan fucking conversations happening. So I mean, it's
More.
what the fuck do you want us to do? Okay. So this one, this was actually something based off of what Kai said. So this person writes, Kai gave me a new idea for the next topic, which should be manga Gohan versus anime Gohan. I know y'all hate Gohan, but goddamn, at least try to give my son some flowers and love in the next episode.
Yo, it is not about you or me hating Gohan.
Thank you. That's the truth. It really isn't. It's never been that way. I think I even said that. Yeah, I did.
That's exactly what you said. I was quoting you.
Oh, okay. There it is. Boom. See? Boom. In sync. No Justin Timberlake. All right. Next one. What did I... Okay. This person says... Okay, this one I actually like a lot. Okay. I liked it so much, I loved it. The comment, obviously, right? That's how you know, okay? This person says, what if Gohan in Beast? Now remember, the context here, guys, is that last week we talked about Beast Gohan, or just Gohan and Broly versus Goku and Vegeta. Okay, so there's the context, right? So back to the question. They say, what if Gohan and Beast can communicate with an out-of-control Broly tapping into the ape form? So he's referring to Broly's like Ozaru state that he taps into, right?
Okay.
And then he goes on a primal level, you know, because I can see them redoing the same scene with Cell Max where Gohan stops the punch after transforming, but instead, this time, it's Broly's punch. He stops but doesn't hit him. He says he looks at Broly with the red eyes, lets out a growl, and then points to Goku and Vegeta. And then 2 beasts versus 2 masters. Primal rage and technique. I don't know. I feel like there can be that can be expanded upon. But if Gohan's beast means anything, I feel on a primal level he'd be able to vibe with Broly. Now that is fucking interesting.
You know what's like, that's cool. But if we're talking about Ozaru states, couldn't we technically argue that like the Ultra Instinct forms and shit like that are kind of Ozaru based because of what we saw in the Tournament of Power with Goku's growl?
No, because see, with that, and this usually ends up happening when Goku hits a new transformation. If you actually, it's not even just him, but like when you look at the Saiyans, most of the time, whenever they get something new, and they're deep, they're trying to dig deep.
Yeah.
You know, to like access whatever this new power is. So when that happens, it is almost like they are trying to knock on that door. And that's when this roar always comes out. It happened in Super Saiyan 3. It obviously happened in 4. I mean, he had to obviously go wait for that shit.
That's like some Naruto shit when he's talking to fucking Kurama.
Yo, but see, they haven't.
That's exactly what I was saying. I was like, that's exactly.
I feel like I've
that.
mentioned some shit like that
You
before.
have. No, you definitely have.
The only, like, that's a really cool concept, and it'd be great if they did, you know, delve into that. But my only issue with it is if they were going to do that, and then it'd be, you know, like the beasts versus the masters. All the Saiyans still have that beast within them. It doesn't. Eventually, all of them can talk to their own Ozaru, so it's not special anymore. So that would be a wrap.
Yeah, and that's another thing, right? Because like the way the context of this sounds right now is just like we're treating the Ozarus within them like a Jinchuriki,
Yeah, right.
like a Biju. You know what I'm
Literally.
saying? And that's not what it is.
It's not what it is.
Because from what we've seen, at least in Dragon Ball, we have seen that they are Saiyans that can turn into their great apes, and they're still conscious of what they're doing.
Right.
Right?
Some of them.
So, right, some of them. And then even going all the way to GT, when we see it happen with Goku, like turning into an ape and then regaining that conscience was the whole key to just going Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Vegeta had freaking the cheats,
fucking
right?
Bloodsways.
The fucking Bloodsways machine. Shout out to Bulma. So that way he can go Super Saiyan 4. That was the whole hack. It was like, oh, I just gotta turn to a great ape and then just control myself. Okay. Even though, obviously, that in itself was a little retconned if you think about it, because wasn't it in the last arc where they're showing all those backstory parts where it was like Bardock and like the whole gang of the Saiyans that was over there? They were like, they knew what they was doing when they were in there.
So did Vegeta when he first landed on Earth.
That's right. That's right. He was. Yeah, I remember that shit.
The argument there was that, oh, he wasn't strong enough to handle Super Saiyan 4. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Nah, that in itself is what you could consider a small plot hole. I'll consider it that. I'll call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Dragon Ball's full of them. So what's another one?
Yeah, I mean, but saying, and then watch. I'm sure some of the people are gonna be like, oh well, GT, of course, not canon.
Not canon.
Right? GT, not even written by Toriyama. It's a Toei. Okay, whatever. Like, but we was all fucking watching
right
it.
Now, I'm here for GT more than I am about what I've been seeing in the last few chapters, with the exception of Black Frieza's chapter.
Absolutely. Okay, of course, absolutely. Shouts to the Lord himself.
I kind of just wish they brought back the tails.
Facts. I do too.
But it would, like, I don't know if you guys kind of agree, but the tail could be a weakness or a target for the enemy if they're smart, like to cut it off.
Absolutely.
Kind of like in the past.
Yeah.
But they could probably, I don't know, they could write it a certain way to where like they're smart enough to kind of like hide their tails or some shit like that.
Yo, I don't know how I just went back to the beginning of this, but remember when we were talking about tragedy writing and like what that one wish would be? Wish for the tails.
To access
For
their
extra
true power.
Access to the Ozaru.
Or access to, yeah, like they're 100% type shit, you know? Like, because if they were to be able to activate their Ozaru technically, like then they can potentially reach new heights of power.
Facts.
Or I mean, you
theory,
would assume that would be the direction.
Yeah. That shit would be sick. Listen, I'm all for that. 100% all for that. All right. I would just love to see Dragon Ball reimagined in such a way someday. I mean, we've got that with Legend, right? And speaking of Legend, not to sidetrack too much, but someone came into my stream recently and they asked, they brought this to my attention rather. They said, yo, Ooch, Legend has passed 9.5 million views. So for starters, okay, gotta shout out Legend, a Dragon Ball tale. Whenever we get that opportunity, keep your fucking primal lights in check, as Kai says. Okay, all right. But the question was, would you consider talking about it again when it hits 10 million? Do I need an excuse to talk about Legend? Get the fuck out of here. Listen, you could have just told me, can you start talking about it again? All you had to do was ask.
There wouldn't be much info to talk about though. We really dug deep into that.
I know. I
Like,
know.
We accessed everything for the most part.
Listen, I absolutely, I get
We
it.
went in for like 6-7 hours combined on a little 7-8 minute clip. Like we went in on that.
And that's not even including all the videos I did on the side. Like, dude, so here's your little bit of Legend chat for now, right? What I can tell you guys, even now, and I haven't done a Legend specific video in quite a bit, even though there was one that I slipped in recently, but like when I was consistently uploading Legend videos, okay, those videos have done better than a lot of what I was normally putting up. And that was a lot of these conversations and these discussions that we've been having about Dragon Ball and all this kind of stuff, and whatever other like anime related things, like news related or other reactions that I had. Legend is still the shit on my channel. Okay, if I go look up my most top 2 watched videos in recent months, it's the fucking Legend reaction and it's the Legend breakdown video. That's all like basically like 50 fucking minutes of me just going over every little thing like on the second rewatch. And to this day, I feel like people are still being like, yo, did you see Yamcha in the corner? Did you see him change his fucking clothes? Did you see Saitama? Come on. Look at the timestamp when I watched that fucking thing. Of course, I didn't see it on the first watch. Okay. But yes, we saw Saitama. Don't worry about it. Okay. All is good in the world.
I'm dead.
People are still being like, yo, did you see Saitama? Did you see? Yes. But there you go. By the way, I still do keep in touch with Nasir, so don't worry about that. Okay. Nasir is doing his thing. All right. He's out here.
You know what?
Go ahead.
You know what's interesting?
No.
I've been in contact with him too. He hit me up yesterday.
That's what's up.
So I'll fill you in more on that later.
Oh, this is the shit y'all can't pay for. Oh. Man. Yeah, imagine we had. What happened?
Sorry, I was just gonna say he hit me up and I was trying to pick his brain. I was like, yo, how do you feel about Black Frieza right after your shit dropped? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucking crazy. And I told him, I was just like, dude, this is crazy. Da 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 da. He said he was gonna check the chapter out because he hasn't. And I told him, I was like, look, man, the way they've written it right now, it feels like the direction they should be taking is a war against Frieza. And he texted me back and he said, a war, you say? And I
That's some shit you would say, bro. That's some like articulate shit, bro. That's an articulate response. A war, you say? What the fuck?
I was like bugging out. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, our boy Nasir. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing what he says about what's going on, because I know he doesn't really keep up with much of the recent stuff. I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, man's works for fucking Marvel. All right, so he's busy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, this shit's not even worth keeping up for anyway right now. So he can come back to it whenever he's free.
Yeah, he earns his freedom, okay? Because he basically gave every fan of Dragon Ball like a salvage piece of something to just it's like to keep your sanity in check, right? When you're fucking sick of this Dragon Ball stuff, you just take 10 minutes out of your day, go watch Legend, and your palate is cleansed right off the bat for free, instant. You know, no returns. You don't need it. You throw the receipt out. The receipt don't even print. Okay, you just go watch Legend, and you'll be good to go. Matter of fact, whenever I get like bored, I'm just like, damn, like I don't know, like what to watch or what to do. Like if I have a little window, like say like a lunch break that I have when I'm working, and I'm like, I caught up on my wrestling news videos. I'm done eating my food. Like shit, I don't know, like what am I gonna do besides go do another thumbnail or another video or something. I put on Legend. Man, let me tell you, that shit, I still feel the same watching that shit every single time. It brings me back to when I first watched it, and I was just like, this shit changed my life. Real shit. I was not bullshitting when I said all that stuff back then. I never bullshit, unless you could tell I'm bullshit. But like, like on some real shit, like Legend is just one of those actual masterpieces. That's just like
Absolutely.
But yeah,
It's
no,
just that simple.
I haven't like pried him on anything, you know, like anytime I talk to him, it's well, I can't say there's never Legend mentions, but it's not shit that I ask him. He'll just, you know, fill me in on some things that I clearly cannot say, right? But yeah, man, like Nasir is still one of the homies first and foremost. Matter of fact, he was trying to play Street Fighter with me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, yo.
That's hard.
Yeah. He asked me, he was like, yo, you play Third Strike? I'm like, do I? We started talking about that, so yeah, man. This year's doing well. He's doing well. He's getting the all the baby stuff ready.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Fucking baby Pasha, bro. Holy shit. That baby gonna come out fucking drawing the next part of Legend.
Oh my fucking god.
That would be like some child prophecy shit right there. Like that would be fucking crazy. That's an anime in and of itself. Okay. So check this shit out, right? So this is another comment that I got off of last week. This person says, sorry guys, but I'm not even sure if Gohan is the strongest on Earth.
Oh. Smartest fucking comment. Smartest fucking comment in a while.
That's for him. Pretend he's hitting the button. Okay? He hit the cheers. Okay? He then goes on to say, where MVP 17 looks like Toriyama Toyotaro forgot about him. So what I think they're trying to say is that 17 is stronger than Gohan.
That's interesting. Well, in Beast, is this assumption, yeah, right?
This is an open-ended question.
'Cause
You want to answer however you want.
Technically, right? 17 was stronger than Gohan in the Tournament of Power, I would argue. Like, you know, like, cause at that point, we saw glimpses of 17, like, keeping up with Blue, right?
Dude, and 17 was a part of the finale. Like,
and he technically, he's an android, so he gets stronger.
17 did damage to Jiren twice.
oh, ooh, where was Gohan?
Benched.
Nah, but like real talk, like that's a conversation. Like low key, we kind of sleep on 17, and we don't really talk about him or think about him like that a lot, just because he's not seen.
He's not there. Yeah.
He's not seen.
Yeah, I was
too
gonna
much.
say it's like it's not even our fault we sleep on 17 because he's an android. They've explained the rules of how android power works, where it's like they're kind of stationary. It's just unlimited use. It doesn't get stronger. They just have unlimited uses of it. And then, as usual, Super comes in and retcons all our fucking rules. So now we have this Super 17 that can keep up with fucking Blueku for no reason.
Nah.
So who's to say that he can't eventually, like, who's to say that he can't keep up with Gohan Beast because he's been
Trained
playing
or
with
something.
animals
Who the fuck knows?
and just magically got stronger.
But Kai,
off
the
rip
gammas.
again. But what? The gammas? You mean the gamma?
Right. Yo, honestly, bro, with the dude that made them, he could low key, whatchamacallit, reconstruct.
You talking about Dr. Hito?
Yeah, he could low key reconstruct 17 and make him stronger.
I was gonna say, yeah, he could upgrade 17.
He could
and 18.
yo.
'Cause 18 could storm in that bitch
Yo.
and demand upgrades.
Yo, yeah, cause she ain't afraid to fight. I would respect
She
it.
ain't.
I'd respect it.
She's with the shits. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
They could really do some shit with them again. It like with this new nigga, Dr. Hito coming in. Dr. Hito coming in, you know?
Yes, Dr. Hito. That's correct. Yep, that's his name. Dr. Hito.
Because like once the androids find out that he was like a whatchamacallit, that he looked up to Dr. Gero and shit, like you would put two and two together. And
I mean, that was his grandpa, right?
yes.
right? I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Like adopted or some shit, like something along those
like
Yeah,
lines. Yeah.
so they can really put two and two together and make something happen and make them gain strength since they're a part of the Z team, super team, whatever you want to say.
I mean, hey, we talk about this where we're like, yo, we need
We
them
need
to
beat.
work on these other characters. They need to start building up on these characters. Well, the androids is an easy upgrade, literally an upgrade. Plug them up to a
Download
USB,
today.
right? That's facts. That's literally what it is. That's all I gotta do.
Just put them on a fucking
right.
machine.
Dude, imagine the old 17 and 18 type energy on like the good team. with, like,
Yeah.
that-
Nah, the duo.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
oh.
they're always a sick duo.
Dude, you know what I just realized? Universe 6 did not have their parallels.
Right.
They did not have androids like that. Where there was no doctor or whatever, as far as we know. There could be. They could just write that in at any point, but
I personally have officially declared the fucking parallel thing a plot hole.
yep.
Bro,
Safe.
you could honestly say or argue that their parallels could be in one of the 4 universes that we haven't seen.
Nah, but see,
Or
that's
the
not how it
3, I'm not
works.
sure.
That's
But
not
it's
how it works.
But you never fucking
See, it's
know.
not like Marvel where it's like you have infinite amounts of different versions of people.
Yeah.
That doesn't apply in Dragon Ball. At least not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause Super Dragon Ball Heroes, nah, that's something that
That's a
kinda,
lawless wasteland.
it's a thank you. Lawless as fuck. They got no rules. They got fucking Yamcha doing shit in there. Tell me where that makes sense. Oh, because he's a support character in the game. So he's on the front cover and doing shit with Goku like he actually means something. There it is.
Crazy.
There it is. Freaking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, apparently, like, and people, that's actually, I totally forgot about this. Just bringing that shit up. But the newest chapter of Super Dragon Ball Heroes just came out. And apparently, like, in this one chapter, Goku just goes through literally every single one of his forms.
Mm,
And I'm just like, okay,
that's cool, I guess. I don't know.
right. Like, oh, fuck. Okay. Like, whatever.
Yo, I feel like, I mean, I guess since we're on the topic of kind of androids, I feel like they wouldn't implement or really consider powering up Android 17 or 18 until Android 21's in the picture.
Whoa. Now that's a
It's a
crazy
stretch.
prediction.
It's a prediction, but it's a stretch prediction. But you know, big brain,
Imagine
big brain.
a big break. But so okay, I got you one now. So imagine the scenario is that no one's available.
Who?
But wait. Imagine the scenario is no one is available. And I say no one, I of course mean every Saiyan doesn't count. I mean, Goten and Trunks could be there, but they're not strong enough.
Mm.
So who do they need? Imagine they need to do an android versus android.
That would
Boom.
be fucking
Boom.
interesting.
The story writes itself. 21's a problem. She starts fucking up everybody. Whap, go.
Go tanks is not enough. We want the androids upgraded. What if the androids fused? What if they were like, yo, kids, teach us that dance. We need a boost.
Yeah, that would be fucking.
Wait,
That'd be Android 4-7.
Well, wait.
That would be fucking 37.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Pause. Would that shit even work? Because they're
they're both androids. It don't matter.
they're artificial beings.
They're artificial.
Yeah.
I don't care if they were based off humanoid designs. They're officially artificial now.
That's true. So I guess it could
Although
work.
People are gonna argue in the comments. They're gonna be like, that's not true. 18's a human now because that's what Krillin wished for. And it's like, everything got retconned. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
And plus, it's like, which dub did you watch? Like,
Exactly.
People can't forget about that shit too. Dude, this goes back to our boy Geekdom. I was watching him streaming. He was watching episode 110 of Super for the memories. And of course, he had people in there fucking complaining because he was trying to watch the correct dub of the Japanese version, right? Meaning that the subtitles, for whatever reason, whatever download he had, the subtrack, he got like hella subtracks, all different English versions, but it matters because he wanted the actual translation, which is the most like, sensical or sensible version, right? Because he knows when a certain thing is said and then it's different, and he calls it out right on the spot. Like, he doesn't speak fluent Japanese, but our boy's been around the fucking block. He knows when something does not match. Like, that's when we hear Spanish and we see it and they're like, that's not what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't speak it, but fucking you say coño, I know. Like, what the fuck? They're not saying the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Same concept. So, and plus Geekdom's Hispanic too. So like he's with the language shits. Okay. So like he was on his stream and I always fucking enjoy watching him play, do whatever, right? And so 110, and someone was complaining about him taking like a while to like find the right track, and he's like, "You motherfuckers don't understand. Like, if we watch whatever, it's not accurate." And I respect it. I was like, bro, like, do what you gotta do. I'm just fucking doing my own thing over there on the side anyway. But people just kept fucking bugging him about it. I'm like, oh my God, people leave. Do you want to get roasted? Do you want to get fucking roasted? Like, Geekdom will fucking air your shit out.
A lot of people just do it for the entertainment.
You feel like people do it on purpose?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
100%.
That's fucked.
There's a lot of people
I talked
out
about
there.
it a while ago. That's one of the reasons I won't stream.
There's a bunch.
Really?
There's a bunch of trolls out there. Yeah.
Oh, cause you're not trying to fuck with the people that is gonna troll with you.
Exactly, because I know that the majority of people that would gravitate toward like my channel would be to fuck with me.
I would entertain it.
You would?
100%.
Nah, because I feel like see with you, I know that you would definitely have fun with it because
Definitely have fun with it. But
oh.
then there would probably be moments where I would take it, like I would fuck it, like there would definitely be moments where I blow up type shit. Possibly.
Right.
But the majority of the time I would make fun of it.
That was like last week when we read Bob Markson. He said some shit and he was like, "Come on, Bob."
Yeah. What? Bob.
Yeah.
Did he comment?
Oh, this week, let me see. I don't.
Bobby.
We gotta check in on our boy.
Yeah.
I need to make sure he's okay.
Yes.
Mark,
Where you at,
son.
son?
I don't think I saw him. Oh no, he did. He did. You want me to read his?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so he said first of all, we killed him, so shout outs. He said you killed me, XDDDDD. He had the freaking the laughing face or whatever sideways. He goes, but wait a second. Didn't Toriyama say that oh, here we go. Hold on, I got
Shit, don't tell me it's fucking bad. Like,
We can't even enjoy that phrase anymore. It's just like, yo, fuck.
Dude, as soon as you say those two fucking devious words, Toriyama said. Yo,
nah,
everything
sad,
shuts off.
Alright,
bro.
your whole shit off.
oh shit. All right, let me
Come
fucking
on, Bob.
Come on,
Come on,
Bob.
Bob.
Okay, bark. Son.
Finish what he said. What he said.
All right. So he said, so didn't Toriyama say that Gohan Beast is stronger than Goku and Vegeta, or am I mixing things up? Yes, you are. Okay, because I was thinking about this when I put Gohan on the 5th place, ... However, I think I would still put him on the 5th place because we can't ignore the gifts he's getting for doing nothing. That's a crazy reason. And I can still see him being stronger than Goku and Vegeta in the anime. And then he puts in parentheses, mainly Goku with mastered Ultra Instinct.
That's crazy, Bob. That's crazy.
Wait. But then he says, so peak Goku in the anime, right? So he's trying to make us understand where he's coming from. And then he goes, but with the manga, it's a different story. Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct Susanoo is too much for Gohan.
Why are we differentiating the manga and the fucking anime?
Listen, man, I wish I knew. I responded to him. I literally said, yes, Toriyama never said that. That's just been another vague part of that movie's promotion, and saying he's stronger than Goku in the anime but not the manga is kind of silly.
No,
Which it is
silly
to say, since once those anime episodes happen, Goku will have all of that sauce in the anime from the manga.
Exactly.
Right? So the manga is ahead of where the anime is.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole anime versus manga shit has to stop.
Right.
Okay?
Because the manga's way too deep to even compare it. Like, how you gonna differentiate like that? Like, we're talking about the manga right now. We're not even talking about. We haven't talked about the anime since they stopped.
Facts.
Pretty much.
Outside of the movie.
Outside the movies,
Yeah.
yes. But once the manga is now transferred into the anime, once they restart or once they start back up again, then what are we comparing? There's nothing to compare. It's gonna be the same result. Bob. Mark.
Son.
Come on, man.
Nah. But hold on. But then the last thing I said to him was, people are confusing themselves because they think that there are two continuities when reality it's not. It's just that they both have differences in scenes or scenarios, but the outcomes for each arc are always the same. People forget this. I don't know why, but that has already been established several times over. Look at all of the existing manga that has taken place up until Broly. All those events from the beginning to the Tournament of Power have different scenes, different like scenarios, like I said in this comment. But the checkpoints all meet up and it all lines up and it all checks out. So it's literally like it's honestly, and this is kind of why, like, originally, like when they first announced that they were doing the manga for Dragon Ball Super, like while they was doing the anime at the same time, I was like, okay, that's a little sus, but because there comes problems with that when you do that because of everything we're talking about right now. And so they purposefully decided to have a little bit more leeway in the manga versus the anime. So that way, in a sense, if you think about it, it's literally almost as if like they're straight up giving people a reason to even look at the manga, because a lot of people as is don't even read manga like this one, right? Because they want to watch the anime. Mm-hmm. So I figure if I'm them in that fucking Dragon Ball room and they're trying to think of how can we get more readers? Well, let's just make some of the events different. But as long as all the things that are supposed to happen, then we're good. That's the only logical thing I can think of. Because then, as an anime viewer, if you're an anime only, if you're an AO, okay, and you're only watching the anime, and then you start hearing shit, oh, but this happened in the manga though. And you're like, what? That didn't happen in the anime. See, one of two things can happen. That could start an argument, of course.
Always.
Right? And then the other thing is, that person maybe will go check out the manga. Those are the realities right there. Boom. So, go ahead.
I feel like anime people always lose the anime versus manga argument when it comes to things because the anime is always an adaptation of the manga. So that's just checkmate right there every single time.
Every fucking time. Unfortunately,
You know what I mean?
yes.
Like every time it's checkmate. Like, they just drop that one thing.
Unless the anime is like, unless like they come out at this.
Unless it's a Netflix anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But like, aren't there some animes that are like neck and neck with the manga? Like they come out practically like similar time frame, kind of.
Even if they come out at the same time, isn't the only reason it got an anime adaptation because the book got so popular?
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure there are some animes that are anime first manga
That are exceptions to
that
the
are
rule.
there are exceptions.
It's rare.
but it's rare.
That does-
But I'm
it
pretty
exists.
sure-
They're shiny Pokemon.
I forget.
Yes, that's the best way to explain it. Perfect.
Shiny
Perfect.
pokes. But yeah.
Yo, you need a perfect button.
I'll work on it. I'll get it.
Thank you. Much love.
Until then, we got Barney.
Shit. What was that other one?
What other
The
one?
goofy button.
The Goofy button.
Remember the shit? Remember that one with like the music in the back?
Oh, you talking about this one?
Yeah.
Hey, all right, we're out of here. Peace. Nah, I'm just kidding. Fuck it. I'm kidding. But yeah, so yeah. To wrap that up though, just keep in mind, guys, that like as a reminder, the manga it does have its own things that take place, but the checkpoints all meet. And at the end of the day, the end results will always be the same. And that's that. And just keep in mind that we have no idea as to when exactly the anime is going to return. And so because of that, we have to also take into consideration that literally from now until whenever, all we got is this Black Frieza shit. What's happened in the manga? Superhero.
Legend.
And legend. Thank you. Okay. Always legend. When in doubt, legend. Okay.
Boom.
You need to sleep, legend. Wake up, legend. Okay.
Hit down. Legend.
Legend.
Drink. Legend.
Yes, sir. That's what it is. So, yeah, I mean, so screw it. If I see that the Legend movie gets 10 million, I'll ask Nasir if he wants to come back on and just be like, hey man, you want to come back on the Full Power Podcast, you know, just
Pull up
to
for the
chop it up.
celebration.
Yeah, just
Yeah, celebration type shit.
yeah, just to, you know, get his quick thoughts and then just to talk about whatever else with him. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be cool. So if you guys want to see that, let us know in the comments. We'll hit our boy up and we'll get that going. But before then, don't forget, we're almost at 1,000. Y'all want to see us live? Gotta make sure we hit that subscribe button so that way we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're almost there. We're in the 900s already. We've been there. And then when that happens, we'll get Geekdom on. All right? Okay. Geekdom will come back. And I can't wait to ask him, man, what's the most head-ass shit you've recently had in the last 5 hours?
Stories are great.
Dude, remember when he made that shit where he's like, dude, I don't understand why I can be Moses for these people. I literally separate the seas and they fucking don't listen. Remember when he said that shit?
Oh my god.
That was fucking hilarious. I was like, this man really just called himself Moses. Dragon Ball. I love them. Love them. All right. This was a Patreon shout out. So like I said, we got 5 now. So again, shout outs to the patrons. All right. Thank you all. If you guys would like to hear your names at the end of these episodes, make sure you're a tier 3 or higher at Full Power Podcast over on the Patreon page, link in the description below. First and foremost, we got our boy, Jarek Rivera. Yeah, I gotta do these little claps now because we got a lot to go through now. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Soon enough, I'm gonna have to juice right at the end, right? So, all right. So, anyways, shout out to Jarek. All right, shout out to our boy Lewis Barnett. All right, thank you. Shout out to Soul Awakens. Oh shit! I hit the explosion.
Boom.
Thank you for the fucking tier 3. All right. And then here's the new folk, right? Shout outs to our boy Mark Wesley. Thank you, Mark. And last but not least, from the land of the rising sun, our boy with no OJ, no Apple, but he's all straight. Juice Shout out to our boy Juice, who, of course, at some point, one way or another, we'll have to figure out how to get his ass on here. And that'll be a fun episode to do. So, brothers, you got anything left for the people at home?
Stay fresh, stay clean. That is all.
All right, Kai-Kat-san, what do you guys for the people at home?
Man, go watch Legend.
Go watch Legend, man. Don't even keep your fucking Primal Lights in check. Just watch that shit. And
Go watch
then,
Legend.
yeah. All right. By the way, I've never removed those links in the description. They're still there. His Patreon, the fucking video, all of that. It's still
They
there.
stay there
They
for the
forever.
rest of everything.
Forever. Right. Exactly. All right. So, was no fling. We're committed. You feel me? All right. So, that being said, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit us up. All the links in the description will be the supporting links, of course. It's been your boy, Ooch, the lethal one, brother Ooch, and the homie of all the Kais, Kai-Kat-san. Take care of yourselves. May the power protect. Keep it locked, loaded right here on this channel. Stay safe, stay clean, stay inside. We'll see y'all next time.